this morning while I was grabbing the new hire forms for Austin. I decided to change the image in the policy handbook for the request time off. And that's what we put in place.
Good morning. Helping King grab a few sinks off real quick. Went to grab the airline. And I'm not too sure when this one happened, but the other airline is way up there. Not usable right now. Not too sure when it happened, but definitely needs to get fixed. Real quick, so this is the one over here in Poor. The garbage can that had this guy on it that broke. Being that there isn't any more of these upstairs, and the wheels that we do have are a different style, this one cannot be replaced or fixed at the moment. So what we're going to do, since that one's way over there, is we will take the one off of Spray's bottoms. It's usually that just gets tape put in it, stays pretty light, and it's closest to the garbage can. I'll put the broke one on it to see if it holds up a little bit. If not, it doesn't need one right away. And we will put the wheels from Spray's on that one until we can get some new ones.
Hey guys, real quick improvement. I realized I've went over there multiple times to get change the lead for the marking pens, and I've noticed that we go through more marking pens than marking pen leads. So I figured the question wasn't where we asked the answer wasn't where we asked the question. So I noticed a lot of our set stuff ends up right here. So what I did was hot glue this to here. So when we replace this box, we just slide in the new box. And then I made an SOP of how to change the lead and how to change the box, and that's right here on this one. All right, I temporarily borrowed a charger for this so this should stay here, so we don't have moving it around and waiting. So I'll end up bringing a block in for that. Well, what the improvement is I hooked this to here to the computer via Bluetooth, so people don't have to hook up their phones, share my YouTube music, and now you got music. Hey team, got a post hole driver that'll be able to be filled with acetone and clean that. What are you working on?
We realized by swapping our barrels that would be a lot easier if we just had a clean floor. They roll pretty nice. So
you're cleaning the floor?
Getting the floor rollable.
Finding out we got a little bit of a leak. We got some stuff to do here. What do you think, Jesse? Been making progress? Okay. What do you think of the barrel thing? Has it been working?
Barrels have been working much easier.
It's easier?
Hey guys, so this hat for the footrest sticks out here, and if you see that it doesn't line up with the mold, so it's really hard to center. We don't know actually where to put it, so we're going to try to get this fixed. Morning guys, so I was working on that hat for the footrest, so I was showing it was sticking out. I have everything flush now. And then inside here it's flush with the mold. So all I have to do is kind of seal it with some gel coat, and we should be good to go.
All right guys, so right here we got our new bars in. We're ready to rock and roll. They'll be stored on the back half of this, and then the front ones will be stored here. A lot of them will stay on the molds. We're going to be using these bins and getting them on that shelf. And then the other improvement is Steve's been doing this by hand, but we had them done up, and I don't know, it was, to get all these was less than 1 hour of labor, so I think it would be worth it. So these are for our rails for the bottoms when we put new rails on. Thank you, team.
In a pinch, this guy still works, man. Probably should have it nice and over here, maybe, huh? But because we had this off, we wanted to get it through a clean cycle right away. It was nice just to pick this up, slap it in there, and throw it in there. Instead of trying to put the Thule back in there with the hose and everything, because it's soaking in there from our last mishap. It's just good to show that this is still worthy to hang on to in case there's a mess-up like this. You can still get the machine cleaned.
Morning, guys. So I'm in the finishing line. I'm going through the finishing line and seeing what we actually need at each area, or in general, what needs to be at each area, but there is some other areas that need something else. But to write it down, you can actually possibly visualize what we need, and it's a checklist. So we're not just throwing something up. We actually are thinking about how to make a station with the same tools, but then be able to add other tools that we need at each station. So let's start.